This is the NASCAR Thunder countdown to green as we get set to go racing.
The area known as Chicagoland Speedway has a rich racing tradition that dates all the way back to the late 1800s. Alongside the historic Route 66 in Joliet sits the Chicagoland Speedway, and its history dates all the way back to 2001. This track has developed a reputation for temptation and terror, but today, most importantly, speed. Welcome back to the NASCAR Winston Cup Series, ladies and gentlemen, as we are getting set for race number 18 of 36 on the season. The points race is beginning to tighten up, and the second half of the series is now underway. I'm your commentator and driver of the number 83 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet for Team KAOS Racing, and it's time to settle this race at Chicagoland, as we are just seconds away from the opening festivities and the command to start engines.
Start your engines.
Now, let's take a look at the starting lineup.
Starting out front are the Napa car and the 63 car. Starting in row 2 will be the Rubbermaid Ford and the UPS Ford. In row 3 are the Home Depot Pontiac and the Haviland Ford. In row 4 are the Citgo Ford and the 136 car. Rounding out the top 10 starting spots are the Singular Wireless Chevrolet and the 16 car. The 6th row has the Team Rusty Ford and the Interstate Batteries Pontiac. In row 7 are the GM Goodwrench Service Plus Chevrolet and the Valvoline Pontiac. Starting the race from row 8 are the 98 car and the Tide Ford. And in row 9 are the 24 car and the Altel Ford. Starting in row 10 will be the Target Dodge and the Lowe Chevrolet. In row 11 are the Kellogg Chevrolet and the Dodge Dealers UAW Dodge. In row 12 are the Dodge Dealers UAW Dodge and the 103 car. Row 13 finds the Mark Martin Ford and the 40 car. Dale Earnhardt Jr., the NASCAR Winston Cup points leader, will begin the race from the middle of the field. Starting from row 15 will be the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet and the 46 car. In the 16th row are the Sprint Dodge and the Pennzoil Chevrolet. In the 17th row are the 115 car and the DeWalt Power Tools Ford. In the 18th row are the Kodak Chevrolet and the America Online Chevrolet. Starting the race from row 19 are the Caterpillar Dodge and the 55 car. The 20th row has the UAW Delphi Chevrolet and the 27 car. Starting the race from row 21 will be the M&M's Pontiac and the Motorcraft Ford. And finally, starting from the rear of the field will 26 car.
And there you have it, guys. There's the starting lineup for the Tropicana 400 here at Chicagoland Speedway. Let's go ahead and get this race underway.
Get ready.
5,000 on their feet for the green flag. The Tropicana 400 is underway.
Had a good jump on the start there, but here comes Amy Hicks battling back on the outside. She's going to take the lead going down the back straightaway. So we're trying to keep Kurt Busch behind us. Trying to squeeze that in the second. Tried to squeeze in front of Dale Jarrett there. Dale Jarrett's going to have none of it. We go down to the apron. Ooh, we shot up the racetrack a little bit. Got into Amy Hicks. Looks like we're going to lead the first lap of the race. Amy Hicks and Kurt Busch are side by side for second. As we go into turn one. Ooh, contact with Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch trying to lead that inside line. But here comes Amy Hicks with a big charge on the bottom of the racetrack. Ooh, we had to come down and block Kurt Busch to try to slide back into second place. Trying to look for the lead again. Amy Hicks comes down to cover the inside line. As we're almost 3 wide for second place, Amy Hicks is going to lead the second lap of the race. Dale Jarrett on the outside. Here comes Ricky Rudd looking to the inside. As we throw it into turn one. Ooh, but can't quite hold the bottom there. Ricky Rudd's going to take advantage of that. He's going to take the lead down the back straightaway. And now they're 3 wide for third behind us. Amy Hicks in the top lane. Dale Jarrett in the middle. Kurt Busch on the inside. As we're looking to the outside of Ricky Rudd. Ricky Rudd comes up to cover. We're going to look to the inside. Tried to make a crossover move there. Couldn't quite get there. Ricky Rudd's going to lead the third lap of the race. As we're going to go to the inside of Rudd. Ooh, contact got tight going in there. Got really tight going in. Here comes Kurt Busch again looking on the inside. Ricky Rudd has the momentum on the outside. He's going to take the lead going into turns 3 and 4. And oh, Benson's around. He's in the wall. No caution. No caution. Benson lost it going in the center of the turn there. As we're side by side going into turn 1 for the lead. Oh, but we threw it into turn 1. Couldn't quite get there. We shot up the racetrack. We're going to have to fall back a little bit and try to regroup here. Oh, man. Yeah, that caused a really big stack up behind us. As we're now 4-car breakaway. Followed by the pack, which we're led by Ricky Rudd. Jeff Burton in second. We're looking to the inside of Burton. Looks like we might be able to complete the pass on Burton. We do. Now we're going to set our sights on Ricky Rudd. The pack is catching up quick, though. Looks like Kurt Busch fell back just a little bit there. Ooh, Burton looking all over our inside. Oh, we just can't hold that bottom in turns 3 and 4, though. Burton's going to have the run on the inside. We're going to try to pinch him down, side draft him. See if we can carry some momentum going into turn 1. Can we get there? Not quite. Not quite. Just too tight. We're battling a little bit of a tight race car here. We've settled back in third. Ricky Rudd's pulled away to a decent gap off for second now. And we can have a good run in turn 3 and 4. You see, we make up a lot of time there. The problem is we just can't hold the bottom of the racetrack. That's a big problem. We've got a lot of straight line speed, just no grip. Oh, Tremont, stay down to the bottom. Can't quite do it, can't quite do it. We're side by side with Jeff Burton for second. Looks like it's side by side for third as well. Not quite. Looks like Dale Jarrett's going to fall in behind what looks to be Kurt Busch. Oh, he shot up the racetrack. Yeah, see, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem for the rest of the race if I have to battle this tight race car. And no, that's Tony Stewart. Tony Stewart in the alternate paint scheme. Climbed his way up through the field. Decent turn 1. Not too good off, though. Yeah, but here comes Tony Stewart. Yeah, we're tight. We're just really tight. Trying to hold a line on the outside. Gonna try to side draft Dale Jarrett. Try not to lose too much time on these guys, but it just doesn't look like we can really. Yeah, Oh man, yeah, we're really tight. We are really tight. My goodness. We fall back to 7th. Jonathan Wolf takes advantage of that. Here comes Bobby Labonte looking for that 7th spot. Oh, got a little bit loose going into 3 that time. But yeah, we cannot. Oh, the bottom. Ooh. Bobby Labonte gets into us. We're okay. We save it. He saves it. Everyone gathers it up. No caution. 3 seconds back off the leader. But like I said, we're just battling this really tight race car right now. Tires are worn, but it's not that bad. Oh, we got a smoker up ahead. Smoker up ahead. Oh, no. Amy Hicks. Amy Hicks is just fallen out of the race. Pit stop's starting to happen already. We are so tight. My goodness. But Amy Hicks goes out of the race with a blown engine. That is really, really unfortunate because she had a really good qualifying effort. So that's really unfortunate. And she led a lap too, so that's just unfortunate for her. But ourselves, we're just fighting this really tight race car. Jeff Burton came down pit road early, and we're just going to come down and we're going to get 4 tires and fuel and try to loosen this car up a little bit because it is seriously tight. And we're going to take 1 round of wedge out, 4 tires, fuel. Hoping for a nice clean pit stop. Pitting early, but that should be fine. Yeah, there goes Heartbreak down pit road. And we're ready. Out and away. Going to tank 4 tires of fuel. Oh boy. A lot of damage on the car too. Not a lot, but significant damage on there that could probably be hurting us as well. And well, that hurt. That really hurt. Oh boy, we gotta see where we're gonna shake out now. We gotta hope that this wedge adjustment is gonna help out. Man, this apron is so slippery. You gotta be really careful here. Alright, merge onto the track, no problem. Back in 23rd, we gotta see where we're gonna shake out here. Yeah, kinda able to hold it semi full throttle in turn 3 and 4 there, but having to burp it just a little bit. 195 miles per hour going into turn 1. And we just got to see where we're going to shake out here. After pit stops, I'm a little reluctant. I'm a little apprehensive because I don't want to push the car too much because I know how the tire wear is going to be. We're going to get tight, but at the same time, we've lost so much time on pit road. But this is going to be kind of rough. There's Matt Kenseth. If you get around Kenseth for 21st. Yeah, I don't know where we're going to be, guys. I don't know if we'll be in the top 10 anymore. Like I said, we lost about 3, almost 4 seconds. Looks like Elliott came down pit road just then. 20th. Sterling Marlin up ahead of us is for position. There's the points leader, Dale Earnhardt Jr. As well as... I almost called him Casey Mears. That's Jimmy Spencer. So looks like we've cycled out 17th. Yeah, I don't see us passing anyone else. Looks like the cycle of pit stops is over. Got a pretty bunch. Nope, cycled out 13th. How about that? All right. So we've lost about 6 spots on the pit stops. I'm not counting the position we gained from Jeff Burton because Jeff Burton pitted early. And we're a little bit better. Not much, though. We're still having to slow up a lot in the turns here just to hold the bottom. About 11 seconds off the lead. Yeah, we've lost some significant time. Yeah, we're still not great. Yeah, if we try to go into the turn as hard as these guys are, we just shoot up the racetrack. So gotta be a little bit careful here. Looks like Dale Earnhardt Jr. is coming up behind us here pretty soon. Don't know if we'll be able to hold him off. He's catching up really, really fast. Don't know that we'll be able to hold off 13th from him. I will say Dale Earnhardt Jr. has been pretty dominant this season. He and Jeff Gordon, aka Jonathan Wolf, have had a points battle going on in the beginning where they swapped positions quite a few times. But it looks like Dale Earnhardt Jr. has actually been... Yeah, see, we just couldn't even hold him. Couldn't even hold him off. Just so tight, man. But Dale Earnhardt Jr. has solidified the points lead for now. For now, we're going to just try our best to get back up there and kind of spoil the party a little bit for those two. Here comes Matt Kenseth. Kenseth has also gotten around Jimmy Spencer. He's looking for the 14th position. We got to be careful. We don't want to fall back too far. One of our objectives is to finish in the top 15, so we got to be careful about that. He's looking on the high side. Oh boy, come on, hold the bottom, hold the bottom. Oh, can't do it. Can't do it. Oh, he's on our inside. Ooh, little contact there. We're going to race side by side going into turns 3 and 4. I'm going to back out and let's let him go. Hopefully try to get him going into 1 if we can. We got this, like I said, got the speed, just don't have the grip at this track. There we go, looking to the inside. Kind of throw it into the turn there. Oh, shout up the racetrack just a little bit. Little contact, slight contact with Matt Kenseth. We're still side by side. Battling for the 14th spot here. Ooh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hold the bottom, hold the bottom. All right. Held it okay there, but we're just... It's going to be hard to kind of hold him off. Like I said, I don't mind if we lose that 14th spot, but I want to kind of have a buffer here. Yeah, see, we're just so tight. Kenseth gets around us again. Trying to get to that inside of Matt Kenseth, but he holds the bottom really well. He doesn't slide up the racetrack or anything. Looks like we're going to try to get him going into one more time. All right, slow down. Oh, just so tight going into 1. Contact with Matt Kenseth. Kenseth gets to run on the high side. He's going to pass us back. We're going to drop back to 15th once more. We're going to look one more time going into turns 3 and 4. Kenseth's going to take the high line. We're going to take the low line. We're going to get the momentum. Kenseth tries to come down to crowd us just a little bit. He thinks better of it. Stays up top. This is a battle for 15th place. Side by side out of the stripe. Ooh, contact. Slid up the racetrack just a little bit there. I don't know what happened. And we're sliding up. Just can't hold the bottom. Come on, turn. Oh, turning too much, turning too much. Ooh, contact with Matt Kenseth once again. He loses it just a little bit. White flag in the air for the leader. Yeah, by the time I got the car to turn, it was up. It was already off the turn, and I was already started to lose the back end there, and I just kind of came down into Matt Kenseth as he was coming up the racetrack. So, unfortunate about that. We do maintain 14th, though. And we're catching somebody here. This might be a lap down car, though. I'm not sure. Checkered flag in the air. Someone has just won this race. I wouldn't be surprised if that was Ricky Rudd. As we're coming off turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Oh, boy. There's that tightness. And we're going to come home 14th place. Not terrible. Not terrible. Ricky Rudd is your race winner, followed by Jonathan Wolf, Kevin Harvick, Dale Jarrett, Tony Stewart round out the top 5.
Lead changes were pretty scarce.
Yeah, there weren't too many battles up front for position. Those guys who ran in the top 5 were pretty dominant all race long.
The Napa car never even got a scratch in this race.
Well, it's going to be a happy crew when they get back to the shop. They can immediately go to work on next week's car without having to worry about fixing anything from this race, and that makes for a much less stressful atmosphere.
From all of us here at EA Sports and MRN, thanks for joining us today. So long. We'll see you next week at the New Hampshire International Speedway.
All right, guys, so here are the race results for the Tropicana 400 here at Chicagoland Speedway. Ricky Rudd is your race winner, followed closely by Jonathan Wolf, a.k.a. Jeff Gordon, in second. Kevin Harvick, our former Richard Childress teammate, in third. Dale Jarrett in fourth. Tony Stewart 5th, 6th is Jeff Burton, 7th is Rusty Wallace, 8th is Jimmy Johnson, 9th is Bobby Labonte, and rounding out the top 10 is Dale Earnhardt Jr., who was making a big tear towards the later end of the race. And here's the rest of the field where you can pick out your favorite driver. As you see, we finished 14th. Winner's purse of $162,000. Not a very wealthy race. Lead changes 4. A time of race 13:40 thereabouts. Average speed of 171 miles per hour and margin of victory around 3.7 seconds. So Ricky Rudd really checked out after a while, and unfortunately, Amy Hicks goes out with a blown engine on lap 11 after starting on the front row. That's really unfortunate. See how many cars we have finish on the lead lap. Looks like about 38 cars finish on the lead lap, the last of those being Kenny Schrader. And here are the point standings after Chicagoland. Dale Earnhardt Jr. still maintains the points lead, 110 points ahead of Jeff Gordon, aka Jonathan Wolf. Third place is Mark Martin, 198 points back. Fourth place is Sterling Marlin, 217 points back. 234 points back. In fifth is myself, 235 points back. 1 point behind us is Dale Jarrett in sixth place. Seventh place, Rusty Wallace, 324 points back. Tony Stewart, 8th place, 422 points back. 9th place, Kevin Harvick, 433 points back. And moving his way into the top 10 is Matt Kenseth, 460 points back. Actually, I think he was already in the top 10. I think he and Kevin Harvick switched places. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. We have the awards for the week. We did get ourselves an extra $5,000 by winning the poll. Ricky Rudd led the most laps of the race. No surprise there. He was the most dominant car. Dale Earnhardt Jr. moving up the most spots of the race, starting 27th, moving up into the top 10. Ricky Rudd with the fastest lap of the race. T. Sullivan, I think that's Todd Sullivan. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's Todd Sullivan. In the 103 cars, the rookie of the race and the move of the race, most exciting pass of the race goes to Dale Earnhardt Jr. Chad Chaff still rolling up the rookie of the year. We now have 9 polls on the season. Heading into Richmond, we'll have the chance to get ourselves another Jackpot 5 along with the other top 5 finishers at Daytona. Chevy is still leading the points manufacturing championship over Ford, and the lap champion is still being currently dominated by Dale Earnhardt Jr. I don't think we've changed hands a whole lot except for Ricky Rudd leading his laps in the race today at Chicagoland, the Tropicana 400. And that is it, guys. Overall, decent. Kind of decent. Okay. It wasn't that great. It wasn't that great. The pit road incident did hurt us quite a bit, with a 20-second pit stop. I mean, the mistakes on pit road always do hurt, and it did cost us quite a few spots. Overall, finishing in the top 15, I'll take it, but not the kind of showing that we could have had. But the problem was the car was tight. Even after I loosened it up and hoped that would help, and it helped slightly. Very, very slightly. But I just could not hold the bottom of the racetrack, and when you can't hold the bottom of the racetrack in this game, you are done. So, yeah. Yeah, the grip at Chicagoland is not the greatest, and I knew that in the practice race, and I tried to kind of hold out, but, the practice racing, racing in exhibition races and racing in career mode, two completely different animals. We were up there for a little while, like I said, until the car started to just fall off completely, and it was just like we had nothing. We had nothing for them. As long as we can't hold the bottom and keep to the bottom of the racetrack at a decent speed, I don't want to be driving through the corners at 150 miles per hour. That's counterintuitive to what we want to do. We need to be driving at least 170 to keep up with these guys. And that's what we could do at practice, in a sense. We were running around 168. But I know this car can hold about 172 at least miles per hour in the corner on fresh tires. On worn tires, you see what happens. So anyway, guys, we're going to New Hampshire next. We do decent at New Hampshire, I would say. It's a short track. But yeah, we have been known to be decent there. We're not the greatest, but we're not the worst either. So I'm hoping for a decent showing at New Hampshire, try to get us some points. Got some not so good tracks coming up. Like I said before, guys, we have some not tracks that we're not so great at. We got Pocono coming up in the following week. Then we have the Brickyard 400, which is a monumental race, and then we have Watkins Glen before we get back to Michigan. Watkins Glen, give or take, Brickyard 400, Pocono, we can finish well at. We did finish well before. We finished in the top 5, but we got some tough tracks ahead of us. We're just going to try to be as resilient and as consistent as we can be. So I'm going to need your help down below, guys. Comment that hypeness. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to McBlam Racing on McBlam Entertainment, where we try to bring a little bit of enjoyment to your day every day. If you enjoy these races, I do them every weekend following the NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I will see you at Loudon.